Hello everyone, it's been a while since I last posted a video, and it's for a simple reason. I was in California for my first vlog for the Figma conference. My work sent me for those 2 days, and what I will show you first are the predictions before the Figma conference, during which I had the opportunity to meet a lot of very interesting people. Indeed, I will talk about that a bit later. We'll start with the introductions, but make sure to stay until the end because I also talk about my experience of taking a self-driving car for the first time. It's quite impressive, I promise you, it's really an extraordinary experience. So stay until the end to hear the conclusion of this trip and all the Figma announcements that were made. Don't forget to leave a comment and give a like, it really helps the visibility of the channel. So, see you at the end of the video, see you soon.
Everyone. So, in terms of what I'm really hoping for is conference, I'm really looking forward for more AI integration. You know, like having automation for the design system, for example. That would be very nice if we can create all kind of variation in just one. Maybe organize the files. It can be very messy sometimes. So having an AI who can just clean everything for the end off for the developer since Figma released the dev mode, that would be awesome if we can having a quick way to accelerate this part. And in terms of dev mode, by the way, I really hope to integrate the variable table for the developer. As you know right now, friends, it's only for designer to be able to see the variable table like a spreadsheet, but developers are asking for this feature to see it. My developer will like to having the same view for the dev mode. So that will be a second field that I'm really looking forward. I'm just hoping to having a good and in terms of other feature, if I go back to feature-wise in terms for Figma, I think they have a huge potential to become the one-in-one platform where you can publish directly your website from Figma. I know there are some plugins already existing and it's working well, but I think it's one last steps to cover all the range from ideation to delivery and publishing online the website. So that would be awesome if we can have like a publish button. Like that would be amazing for a small website or a small application. This is like a great weather. I'm very blessed to be there, and we're gonna see other part of the city. So let's catch up soon in another part of the town. So first bet would be a better management of variable and UI design. I think it's safe to say that we need to having a small redesign of Figma. It's starting to become a bit crowded. So I would be my first bet. But moving on, we're going to continue to walk. This is the 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐍 Stadium on the Golden Park in San Francisco. Let's move on to continue to walk on the park and try to reach the ocean, the Pacific Ocean together. So let's meet there. I just wish be able to come every weekend here and enjoying this beautiful park and weather. So nice. Hope you're having a good time. See you later. So it's been 1 year I'm doing video, and I would like to having your opinion of it. What do you think I should continue to do or stop to do? Here is the first time I'm doing a vlog on this channel. We are about to reach almost 1,000 subscribers. So if you are not subscribing, please subscribe and like the video. It will be awesome to see this channel growing slowly. I'm just taking this as a personal activity, as a personal fun activity, and just want to having more interaction with you. So just having this conversation of what we should do for this channel in the next year. And in the meantime, let's continue to explore this beautiful park in San Francisco before the conference. What is your prediction on your side about Figma? What we should expect or having for this new big feature, big update? I'm just thinking out loud that maybe we should manifest a bit more what feature is needed for this platform. I feel like they did pretty much all. Doesn't mean that they're doing well all the feature they do. There's always a way to improve. So what do you think of updating the auto layout? We are already like on the auto layout number 5 or 4 version. I wish, and I think we're gonna have a new update for auto layout, but I don't know what we can improve for that. We are already developing, so let me know in the comment below what will be the next update for auto layout, and see you in a bit. So we are by the beach on the Pacific Ocean in San Francisco. So nice. It's a bit windy and cold, as you know. I have my coat because it's just like too cold right now for June. But yeah, I would love to having the California life. It's kind of a dream for me, in a way. You know, one thing I don't like right now with this situation with Figma, of course, they're amazing. Like, don't get me wrong, they did an amazing job to become such a beautiful platform where everything is up and running. It's very smooth, so you can do a lot of things. They start with simple features. Now they have like a whole range and you can really manage everything pretty much. It's a print and 3D and stuff like that, but that's another story. The only thing that really bugs me in a way is we don't see so much concurrence now. There are no so much competition. They pretty much swallow and become the only one platform. And Sketch is pretty much done. Adobe chose to give up on Adobe XD. So, question for you, what other competitor or competition you can see against Figma? It is like Webflow, Framer. I feel like personally it's another kind of software in a way. When you see Framer and Webflow, it's kind of, okay, we're not in the same category as Figma, but they're very close. And when you're trying to use something like Framer, it's so similar to Figma. It's almost like they want you to switch Framer because you already know Figma. So it is really a competitor. I don't know. I find it very different in a way. So what other competitor? I heard about like Penpot, but did you try? I wonder if someone can really challenge Figma, because I feel like right now they're a bit too comfortable, unless I'm wrong. But yeah, that would be amazing to see another company trying to challenge Figma a bit more, because I feel like they're a bit too comfortable right now. That's just my opinion. What do you think of that, guys? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, I'm gonna continue to walk by the beach and just explore around this. This is such a beautiful time. I might get an ice cream, to be honest with you. But yeah, such a lovely time. Hello friends, we are back on the beach and it's the sunset. So just a quick question for you. Personally, it was Photoshop. I started on Photoshop 14 years ago and it was pretty difficult, honestly, to work on that. But I wonder, like, did you start with a Sketch? Did you start with Adobe XD, or even like Dreamweaver or 𝐓𝐾𝐄? That would be interesting to see in the comments. What is the majority of that? Yeah, it's funny how software change. I never expected that be able to design everything on the browser and not to download an app and to install like Photoshop, a huge application. Possibility feel like not utilized enough. I think we could go further. I know like there's some software like Spline to do 3D animation in the browser, but we still are on the beginning, I feel. So question for you, if Figma had to go further than just designing on the browser and having just a software design, sorry, what will be if we can go more than that and just, I don't know, maybe doing VR with Figma on the VR headset? That could be interesting, but I don't see the usage yet. So yeah, just drop me in the comment below what do you think the next step for Figma, and what was your first software. In the meantime, let's enjoy the view on this beautiful sunset, and yeah, catch up on the next video. Hey guys, I'm back to this place called the Fine Art Palace in San Francisco. Pretty amazing architecture. That's something you don't see usually in this kind of big American city. Very European in a way. But yeah, about AI and how do you use AI for design in general. I'm curious to know what is actually the things that you're thinking, using, and how you're using AI for doing your design. It is to build a design system, or it is more like for cleanup or starting new things. I recently came across with a plugin called Blocks. It's not AI at all, but basically they have all kind of component pre-made for wireframe, and it really helped me to build a lot of things. So all of that, they don't say they use AI, and it's true, they don't use AI at all. I just feel like it's much more easy to having a simple kit. But then when it's about to do ideation, I find different tools pretty interesting to explore. And for that, Figma and Miro have a great feature of summarize or expand some ideas for your board. That's my way to using AI, is to ideate faster and bounce back all of that. But anyway, the point is, what is your usage of AI? What I should thinking about making, maybe do a next video, or maybe go deeper on some AI plugin, maybe website. Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know if I can improve my workflow in my work to work better and using all these smart tools. Yeah, but beside that, one thing I really think really saved me a lot of time is summarize meetings. Using AI to summarize meeting is pretty interesting, because we all are bombarded with meetings, and having something like Phantom, or I forgot the name of the other, I will put it on the list. But that's a real usage of AI for me. Let's have a quick tour of the place before we're moving to another location. Yeah, so see you in the next part of the town.
Hello guys, I just came back from the pre-event show at the Figma conference. It was such a good time to meet everyone in the community. I can't believe it. There's so many people from all around the world in such a great conversation. So really happy to connect with you guys, and tomorrow it's going to be the big day, the big reveal of the new features. So we see how it's going. And thank you for all the French community and all the nice people I met. It was amazing to having this conversation. So feel free to reach out to me, add me on LinkedIn, or follow this YouTube channel. I leave you here, go back to my hotel, sleep, and go for the first conference tomorrow. Very exciting. So I hope you're gonna enjoy this video and enjoy the new features. So let's see. Really hoping for a great event. Hey guys, I just came back from the first day at the conference by Figma, the config. It was pretty interesting. So today was the big announcements on the new features. They announced a new UI, which I was kind of expected, and as you're gonna see, it's gonna be much more easier for a junior to get on board with the new UI design of Figma. Really happy with that, because it seems like a small feature, but actually it will make a huge impact for a lot of designers. So that's my first really happy thought about that. On the second note, they talk about improvement for the dev mode, which I didn't get it so much. I have to say it was not the best part personally. The third part was about improving the relationship for what I was about actually the third part. Sorry guys, I missed it. But because I was so amazed with the last part, which was the Google slide killer in a way, the Figma slide. And I really appreciate this part. I didn't expect that, but it makes a lot of sense. Oh yeah, the third part was of course about AI. That would make a lot of sense too. So that was pretty interesting wrap up for the day. I had amazing conversation and conference too. I will show you some of them that I really like it. But overall, I'm looking forward for the second day. And that was a pretty interesting and big
conference, I have to say, pretty amazed. So as you can see, I think I'm gonna relax a bit and relax because I'm a bit tired. We will see tomorrow for the next day for the second part of the conference. So catch up on the next video, guys. Day 2 of Figma conference. We had great opening section this morning. I will link to you some of the talk, but I have to say I was really pleased to see diversity talk about inclusion and how we can make the internet much more diverse in a sense. So I have to say I just like having a blast for this conference. I didn't expect to see so many people, and I have maybe something coming for you in Montreal. So we'll keep in touch, but possibly having great event coming. And yeah, overall I had the opportunity to meet Nolan, and also had the opportunity to meet a couple of other folk of you. I had a great conversation again. So yeah, it's gonna be a wrap tonight. We're almost done for today, and right now I'm gonna see a talk about beyond the hype of design system and AI in general. Let's see what it's about, and we'll discuss more tomorrow for the wrap up of the whole vlog of the San Francisco conference, Figma conference. So let's see later, guys. Good morning, guys. It's 9 a.m. on Friday after the conference, so I will do a small recap of all the things I learned and the people I met. Really appreciate all these different conference, but today morning it's very special because I'm gonna be able to visit the Figma office in San Francisco. Yes, sir. And I'm gonna show you what it looked like. Well, it's gonna be amazing to having the opportunity. So thank you for the team to allow me to visit the office, and let's see what it looked like right now. And yes, we are in the Figma office. I'm not supposed to film, so I'm just gonna cut here. But yeah, Figma office San Francisco, it's really something to see. Just a quick glimpse of what we have here. So yeah, see you in the next one. Gabriela, what do you think of the Figma office? What do you think, Gabriela?
It's awesome. It's so creative, it's so inspiring, and it's so inclusive as well.
Yes, I agree. I feel like it's a nice place really to work and to be collaborative and creative.
Yes, totally.
Definitely. Let's continue before you ghost.
I find something interesting. Yeah, that's the Cybertruck. So it's a pickup truck. It's huge. Honestly, that's the first time I see it in person. I think it's not something you can drive outside California. Definitely, we have to check it out. Maybe one day, doing a review of the UI. I don't know. It's so huge. Wow.
So I just wanted to having a side note about public transportation and biking system here in San Francisco. Since I experienced that, I realized that beside all the big tech company here, it's quite surprising to see a city where the public transportation, like the bus system, is pretty outdated in terms of buying a card or something like that. You need on an app. It's not well done. You have to enter a US zip code. So if you're not from the US, basically you're screwed. You have to make a new one, and after that, when you register, they ask you to recharge the card, but it's not very intuitive the way app is done. So I will show you on the side what it look like, but that's my first point. Is I feel like they could really improve the bus system, having like an Apple Pay or tap to pay, something like that. That will be much better for a city like that. Maybe it's just because people are used to driving, they have their car, and that's not something needed, the bus system to renovate, or maybe there are some law regulations. So let me know. Maybe I don't know exactly what it is about, why it's like that, but if you know the answer, let me know in the comment. And about the bike system, it's by lift, so I was a bit surprised because the bike is pretty heavy, but at least the whole system is well done. It's pretty easy to register, create an account and so on, so prop for that. Good UX for this bike system. The only thing I wish it would be is to just drop your bike anywhere. When I came in 2018, there was Jump by Uber, system bike jumper. It was just easy because you can drop it at anywhere. Of course, it's not anymore like that here. Apparently, I didn't find any more jump bike system. I wish that Lyft can do something about that, not having necessarily the obligation to the bike at the bike station. Overall, we just did the bridge, which is over there, and it was pretty scary and very misty. You cannot really see here, but pretty beautiful. I have to say, the area, it's wonderful. The park it's gorgeous, and here you have a beautiful view too of the sea with some people just swimming in the ocean. Yeah, so let's move on to the next point, and we will meet at the conference, hopefully. See you guys. As you can see, that's a Waymo car. I just deposit people. There's no driver, and here, yeah, it's crazy. It's just normal. I wish we can take it, but apparently invitation code. And as you're gonna see, it's made by Google. I would like to show you how it looks like inside, but yeah, it's crazy to see that the car is driverless. So we just ordered our first Waymo, and I'm very excited to show you how it's gonna look like on the camera. As you can see, we are having this car coming to us, fully autonomous car, so very exciting to get on board and to show you what it looks like inside and what is the experience, the overall user experience.
Hello from Waymo. As we get going, just give us 1 minute to cover a few riding tips. This experience may feel futuristic, but the need to buckle up is the same as always. So keep your seatbelt fastened, please. If you're traveling with little ones or expecting, please see the seatback card for more information. We'll do all the driving, so please don't touch the steering wheel or pedals during your ride. We may use interior cameras, check on riders, improve our products, and more. But our microphones are only on when you're connected to rider support. So sing your heart out. We can't hear you. You can also use the app or passenger screen to speak to a rider support agent at any time. In the rare case of an emergency.
So I can change music if I want. I can pull over, and I have the option to support. And this button, I don't know. Okay, so that's the music, map view, temperature, and about this car, and riding tips. Pretty great experience overall, I have to say. On the touchscreen, it looked fantastic. I don't look at the road, which is weird because we're driving and I don't pay attention around my surrounding, which is unusual for driving. So yeah, feeling quite surprising to see the wheel just turning, and it's a very complex street. Like, I have a big truck on the left, a guy opening door on the right, and the car has to figure out, well, sorry, it's very bright, but yeah, camera and the car has to figure out how to handle the situation where such a tight space plus unpredictable human behavior that really messed up the thing. So yeah, great experience overall. Quite shocked about that. So yeah, we will be arriving in 15 minutes, something like that. Yeah, so just a quick feedback on that. Very impressive technology, I have to say. I'm pretty shocked by this situation, but in a good way. I mean, in a very good way. I wish we can have something like that, but what is the consequence of the society of that when we have no more driver and it's fully automated. I don't know, maybe it would be a good thing for security, maybe a bad thing for jobs. We'll see, but in the meantime, we will finish in 15 minutes, so let's catch up soon. One thing I forgot to mention, all on this screen show you what the car see, and what they see is kind of a ghost of every object, car, pedestrian, whatever, who are on the road. So they are trying to figure out what's going on around the space. One thing I forgot to mention earlier, car choose to turn on the yellow light, and it was pretty a bold move to do that. As you can see, it's green, waiting for the car in front of us to go and to find a spot. And here you're gonna see that they the car find a way when it was yellow for few seconds, very a glimpse to take the spot and to turn. That's a good behavior for a driver. It shows that they really train well the behavior to be able, because if not, the car would be stuck in the middle, not able to turn left. You know, that's very bad behavior when you're too scared of going up. And yeah, so overall, it shows that a lot of things on the screen. Also, you see when they have some orange cone, some construction, or maybe they identify as an issue on the road for whatever reason. But yeah, it's also, what is interesting is able to see what the car is going to do, because they read the light, the sign on the car in front of us. If the car, say, put the sign on left, turning left, it would show on the screen that the car understood that this car will probably turn left or right. I can see it here, the car actually going on the right, and it reproduce on the screen. So it's able to identify the car behavior in the front of us, what they're gonna do, and also the pedestrian, like I say. And it's a pretty messy city, I have to say. San Francisco is very busy. So to be able to do that in a very dense city, not a quiet town or quiet village, that shows a lot of technology possible now for the future. Now my question of that is, it is able to drive when it's extreme weather condition, like heavy snow, maybe black ice, stuff like that. What would be the situation? Is the car is able to having a good behavior and to drive safely? That's a good question. So that's, I think like it's normal to having some blind spots for technology, but if you want to extend this technology in all kind of contexts and different edge case or corner case, if you prefer, it will take some time. It would definitely take some years to come to this point where it covers all kind of edge case. And you know, like humans are unpredictable, weather is unpredictable. So how do you do when you have a heavy blizzard and you have to run the services? That's a question for the future. So let's see what's going. Yeah, just a little note about that. As you can see, driverless, and the car is doing pretty fine. Like I show you, we're heading in 20 minutes. That was a very complex situation, but honestly, I'm pretty impressed. A little note about how to extend these services outside San Francisco, which is like I would say an easy path or easy city, because it's a straight line. It's a matrix city. But if you extend that to European, how is going to behave? That's a good question to ask. And so maybe we will never see something like that outside the States. Maybe one day in Europe, we'll see. In the meantime, we're gonna continue. But yeah, quite impressive with this technology. A bit scared if it's gonna replace like the Uber driver, and that would be a job. Remove it from the services again. So yeah. But yeah, in terms of security wise and comfort, 10 out of 10. Nothing to complain about that. And I think this is like a huge improvement for these 2 points, the security and the comfort. So yeah.
here I am back at the end of this video, finally to present to you a bit of my conclusions and how I experienced the event. So I really had an amazing time meeting everyone. Out of all these conferences, I particularly remember a few, especially the one on ethical design and artificial intelligence. This was a very important highlight for me because we talk a lot about artificial intelligence, but I feel we don't talk enough about ethics sometimes. I also had a lot of fun watching everything related to design system. I strongly recommend the entire design system playlist. It was excellent. Obviously all the new features in Figma, especially this new UI, I had somewhat predicted in the video. It was ultimately expected to have a redesign because there are many juniors who have started in the profession and needed an interface a bit more suited for beginners and obviously for those of us who have been working for a very long time. Obviously it's a bit complicated because we're going to have to relearn everything. I've already been starting to get a bit familiar with this new UI for a few weeks now. I won't lie to you, it's a bit difficult at times, but I'm starting to find my bearings. On the other hand, as for DevMod, I think it's excellent, even though they haven't announced that many new things. So currently, I am testing with my developers and waiting for their feedback to see if it is really worth getting a license. I will give you updates on that. For the third point, which is indeed artificial intelligence, there were plenty of announcements. Obviously they removed everything that was Mac design because it was a bit too obvious that they were drawing from different libraries and different design systems. Obviously it created big problems. Personally, I don't think there are many issues with it because in the end, in design, and this is a bit of my conclusion from the video, we often reuse the same patterns, the same elements. So for me, it's not a problem in itself because using elements from existing design systems isn't the issue. In fact, it's about whether we can solve a problem, and that depends a lot on the context. But in itself, there's nothing new, and honestly, we never really invent anything entirely new. So in terms of pure design, I really don't worry about the aspect of Mac design. What would be a bit worrying is to see someone who thinks that it will do all the design for them and will say that they don't need a designer to do their design, since I have a button that allows me to create it automatically. That would be dangerous because it would miss solving the real problems of flow, context, etc. For the last point on Figma slides, I find it fantastic. I did a first test and it seemed so obvious to me when they announced that it was a product to make, to release. In addition, all the necessary building blocks were already there, all the necessary elements to create a new product like Figma Slide, and I have to say, it's really cool. Obviously it's still in beta and there are still plenty of small functions missing. But overall, kudos for that because it's a great success. Regarding my experience with Waymo and autonomous cars, as you can see in the video, I talk a lot about ethics and the issue of adaptation outside of San Francisco. It's still a crucial point, and coming back home I just wanted to recommend one, but it's not in my city, so I'm a bit frustrated that I can't use it again. I think I would be one of the first users of this service if it were available in my daily life. I still have a lot of questions about whether it's adaptable to all contexts and cities. I don't think so, but in any case, it was a super enriching experience to see, and to see in general how public transport is in San Francisco, how the buses are really not up to par. So for me, it's really a city very oriented towards cars, and the Waymo experience was obviously excellent. To finish, let me know what you thought of this first vlog. Did you find this interesting? Do you want more types of vlogs? It's been almost a year since I started this YouTube channel. We're almost 800, so don't hesitate to subscribe and share the channel. It will help the channel grow. And then we'll meet again soon for another topic. Thank you for watching until the end. It's greatly appreciated if you made it this far. Let me know in the comments, give your likes and subscribe. It will help me a lot. See you soon. Goodbye.
Bye-bye, friends. It was a nice trip in Figma. Really happy with this new update. Talk to you soon on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.